Hi, this is Micornus, Phokane, the leader and the founder of the Young Men Empowerment Forum. We are continuing with the very same topic that speaks about how to improve your life. How do you get to improve yourself? And that's what we're speaking about right now. And today I want to say, if you want to improve yourself, change your attitude. And I want to emphasize because many people have actually been let down by their attitude in life. And success or failure depends on the type of framework of your attitude towards yourself. First, I want to speak about that because sometimes there are people that have a wrong attitude against themselves. They let themselves down. They pull themselves down. And sometimes we blame people around, but you find that it is yourself who have pulled yourself down because of the attitude that you have towards yourself. How do we see the attitude that you have towards yourself? Is by the behavior and the habits that you implement in your life. There are people that are having negative attitude towards their lives by the way they behave, the way they do things. And when you look at yourself as a young man, if you indulge yourself into drugs or alcohol, for instance, these are delaying tactics that delay your life. And that shows for sure that you've got a negative attitude towards your own life. And therefore, you cannot expect improvement of your life when you implement the things that are delaying to your life. There are those of you as a young man that are having wrong attitude towards yourself by always seeing yourself negatively than to see yourself positively. And that becomes very key because how you see yourself, how you view yourself is going to be very, very dictating to how then whether you become successful or you become a failure. And I want to urge you as a young man that please make sure that you change your attitude and adopt what we call a positive attitude towards yourself. Now, secondly, attitude could be detrimental when you apply it wrongly to other people as well. The type of attitude that you display in the midst of other people is going to determine whether you become successful or you become successful or failing. Because another thing that I want you to realize is that the type of attitude that you display to others, you're basically inviting the same attitude towards yourself. And that is the reason why many people would say, but many people hate me and nobody loves me and so on. It's purely because of your negative attitude. It's purely because of your display of attitude towards other people. Now, there's nobody who's going to display love towards you while you're displaying hate towards them. When you are negative towards people, you're not going to expect positivity from them. So it's actually a sowing and reaping principle. Now, whatever you sow is what you're going to reap. And as a young man, I want you to make sure that you analyze your own attitude. Make sure that you scrutinize it to the level where you know that are you having a right attitude? Are you having a negative attitude? It must be a determination that you take and make up your mind to change that type of attitude because you cannot live with the same attitude and expect things to be successful. And I'm emphasizing that right now, and I hope that it is actually helping you to understand. The next thing that you need to do to improve your life or to improve yourself is to learn a new language. And I want to emphasize the issue of language because we have realized that there are many people that are actually closed themselves under a confined space. They actually limiting themselves towards not doing other things because of the language barrier. Now, we're speaking about learning languages here because languages may be the key that you need to open your doors. Remember that if you are running a business, for instance, as a young man, you're going to run a business towards majority of the people. And in the community where you are, it will depend on the type of language that people speak. So therefore, learning languages is very key. And I want to emphasize that, as you can see, that there are times when you speak the same language with the people and you get favor from those people. And I want to urge people as a young man that learning languages may not be easy, but trying at least and showing an effort that you're learning new languages, that will encourage the people, even those that are your customers around. They will actually continue supporting you based on your interest in learning their language. So learning a new language in your life, it is that key that will open doors for you. And in many communities, wherever you are, it is very important to see appropriately what language are those people speaking. Therefore, try by all means to put an effort towards speaking that language. And look at it, for instance, if you're running a ministry, you're going to need to speak the language of the people in that community. And they feel a sense of ownership, actually, a sense of relation, actually, with you when you are speaking their language. And people relate better when they know that you're interested in their language as well. And this is very key. And I want you to open up your mind as a young man to start learning languages, to start learning somebody's language, because by so doing it, you will be opening doors for yourself. And majority of the people that have been successful, they'll tell you it's because they've entered in new lands and places where they knew no language, and they started learning the language. And the more they learned the language of the people in that place, they started becoming more comfortable, because language is actually ushering you into learning the culture of the people as well. You understand the people better when you understand their language and their culture. And therefore, because of that, you'll find that you'll be able to actually communicate better with the people. Therefore, it will increase the relationship. You'll relate with them better as well, because you will be speaking their language. And I want to also say, if you want to improve yourself as a young man, question your purpose. Question your purpose. And I want to speak about the issue of the purpose as well, because purpose speaks to the motives that you have in everything that you do. But also purpose speaks at the framework of the potential of you being successful or not, because purpose will speak to the vision that you have in your life. Remember that nobody was born in this world just by mistake. Everybody was born for a purpose. Now, if you're born for a purpose as a young man, always interrogate the purpose that you came by and the purpose that you were born for. Because when you have interrogated that purpose and you know exactly the type of purpose that you're called in, you are going to be able actually to focus. Because it is only through knowing your purpose and interrogating it to full understanding when you're going to be able to be focused in your life. People that are focused in life are those that know what their purpose is and therefore pursue their purpose in their lives every day. The more you pursue your purpose, the more you become a better person, because many people improve because of the focus that they have based on the purpose that they have. And I want to urge you as a young man that question your purpose. Make sure that you interrogate it to a point where you really sure that this is your purpose, and you follow it up every step of the way. And when you question your purpose, you are able to shape it to the way it's supposed to be. And you actually generating the maximum potential of that purpose, and therefore it will deliver accordingly. So you'll be able to reach out to that purpose and fulfill it appropriately based on your questioning of that purpose. This is very, very important. Lastly, I want you to realize that if you want to improve your life or you want to improve yourself, you must focus one day at a time. There are many of the young men that want to make themselves doing everything every time. And you cannot be the jack of all trades and master of none and yet become successful. And I want to urge you as a young man that treat every day as it comes, because it is a day that comes with its own plans, that comes with its own vision and so on. Now, your vision, as you pursue your vision, as you follow your purpose, it is going to be very important as well to make sure that everything you allocate it per the day that comes. You take every step at a time. And as I've mentioned earlier as well, that you must focus on your short-term goals. And those short-term goals, write them down, actually manage them day by day. Don't start looking at a time as of a month and a year and so on, because that will just depress you. Manage it as day comes and focus one day at a time. Now, therefore, be fruitful each and every day, because that will make you fruitful in the week. When you are fruitful every day, it will make you have a fruitful month. And of course, fruitful years become as a result of fruitful days every day. So therefore, make sure that you maximize on every single day. You make sure that the plans that you put on the table, you are actually focusing on those. And make sure that you're successful in every single plan that you've put on the table. And focus on it every day and make sure that you deliver on those plans of that day. So focus one day at a time. As a young man, then you'll see your life getting improved. I want to end up here today, your host, Micornus Phokane. Thank you very much for listening to us and being part of this great topic. Of course, we are continuing with the same topic tomorrow. Please check out with us there. But I want to also emphasize that you need to follow us on our social media platform. Our Facebook page, Micornus Phokane, Facebook page, Young Men Empowerment Forum. Please follow us there. Make sure that you also follow our YouTube channel that will actually help you with all other materials that we've posted there. And I believe strongly that your life shall never be the same as a young man. Allow me to check out right here as we check out here to say join us once more tomorrow. Your host, founder, Micornus Phokane of Young Men Empowerment Forum. May the good Lord bless you and allow me to check out right here and say cheers for now.